Welcome to my channel. In this lesson, we're gonna learn how to solve quadratic equation using factoring and using the quadratic formula. Now there are different ways on how to solve a quadratic equation. But in this video, we're gonna learn how to solve the quadratic equation using factoring and using the quadratic formula. So let us have the first example. So we have x squared minus 49 equals 0. So we will solve this quadratic equation using factoring. Since as we can see, this is a difference of two squares. So we can factor it as x plus 7 times x minus 7. That is equal to 0. Now if we will equate that separately, we have x plus 7 equals 0 and x minus 7 equals 0. Now if we will solve for the value of x on the first equation, we have to subtract 7 from both sides of the equation to solve for x. So x equals minus 7. The second equation is x minus 7 equals 0. Now if we will add 7 from both sides of the equation, we will get x equal to 7. And that's the answer. We have two values of x. This is our answer. Let us have another example. We have 3x squared minus 75 equals 0. Now in this case of quadratic equation, we need to eliminate 3 as the numerical coefficient of x squared. So we need to factor it out. We will remove 3. So what is left is 3 times the quantity x squared minus 25, and that is equal to 0. And the inside term can now be factored because we can factor it using difference of two squares. So what do we have? We have x plus 5 times x minus 5. So we can equate this. The first equation is x plus 5 equals 0. Subtract 5 from both sides of the equation, we have x equal to negative 5. We have the next equation, x minus 5 equals 0. We will add 5 on both sides of the equation. So we have x equal to 5. So this is the solution of our quadratic equation. X equal to negative 5 and x equal to 5. Let us have another example. We have 9x squared minus 64 equals 0. So this quadratic equation is the difference of two squares because 9x squared is a perfect square as well as 64. So we have 3x plus 8 times the quantity 3x minus 8 equals 0. So we can form two equations. We have 3x plus 8 equals 0 and 3x minus 8 equals 0. From the first equation, we can subtract 8 from both sides of the equation to get the value of x. So we have 3x equal to negative 8 and divide both sides by 3. We have x equal to negative 8 over 3, and that is the first solution of the quadratic equation. So next equation is 3x minus 8 equals 0. Now in this equation, we will add 8 from both sides of the equation. So we have 3x equal to 8. And we need to divide this by 3 to get the value of x. We have x equal to 8 over 3. And this is the second solution of the quadratic equation. Let us have another example. Number 4. We have x squared minus 2x minus 15 equals 0. Now if x squared doesn't have any numerical coefficient, it means that the numerical coefficient is equal to 1. And 1 is a perfect square root. So in this case, we need trial and error to get the factor of the given equation. We will get the factors of 15. So we can use 5 times negative 3 because 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. But 5 plus negative 3 is not equal to the middle term, which is negative 2. So we will try negative 5 times 3. So negative 5 times 3 is 15, and then negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. So meaning, the factor of this given equation will be taken from negative 5 and 3. So the factor of the given equation is equal to x minus 5 times x plus 3 equal to 0. So if we will get the value of x from the first equation, we will add 5 to the two sides of the equation. So we will get x equal to 5. And that is the first solution of the given equation. Next equation is x plus 3 equal to 0. So we need to subtract 3 to the two sides of the equation. So what do we have? X equal to negative 3. and that is the second solution. So this is our answers. X equal to 5 and x equal to negative 3. Let us have another example. We have x squared plus 3x minus 28 equals 0. So in this case, we will try to factor this given equation by getting the factors of negative 28. So we will get the factors of negative 28. So let us have the factors of negative 28. So we have 1 and negative 28. 1 times negative 28 is negative 28. But 1 plus negative 28 is negative 27. And that is not the middle term. So let us try 2 times negative 14. 2 times negative 14 is negative 28. But 2 plus negative 14 is negative 12. So it's not the factor of the given equation. Let's try 4 and negative 7. 4 plus negative 7 is negative 3. So it's not the middle term because it's positive 3. Let's try negative 4 and 7. Negative 4 plus 7 is positive 3, and that is the middle term. So we will get the factor of the given quadratic equation from the factors of negative 28, which is negative 4 and 7. So x minus 4 times x plus 7, and that is equal to 0. So if we will equate that, we will get x equal to 4, and we will get x equal to negative 7. So these are the two values of x from the given quadratic equation. So this is the solution of the quadratic equation. Let us have 6th example. We have 8x squared plus 2x minus 15 equals 0. So in this given quadratic equation, as you can see, we cannot immediately factor this given quadratic equation. So what we need to do is we need to find two numbers that if added will result to 2x. So in this case, the two numbers that if added will result to 2x is 12x and negative 10x. So we have 8x squared plus 12x minus 10x minus 15 equals 0. So we can get the common monomial factor of the first two terms, which is 4x. So we have 4x times 2x plus 3 minus the common factor of negative 10x and negative 15, which is equal to negative 5. So negative 5 times 2x plus 3, and that is equal to 0. So we can now get the value of x from the factor 2x plus 3 times 4x minus 5 equals 0. So we will equate these two terms. So 2x plus 3 equals 0. Subtract 3 from both sides of the equation. We will get 2x equal to negative 3. And divide both sides by 2. We have x equal to negative 3 over 2. And this is the first solution of the quadratic equation. Second equation is 4x minus 5 equals 0. We need to add 5 to both sides of the equation. So we have 4x equal to 5. And we need to divide 4 to both sides of the equation. We have x equal to 5 over 4. And that is the second solution. So these are the two solutions of the given quadratic equation. So now, let us now try to solve a quadratic equation using quadratic formula. Let us have an example. Let us have the 7th example. We have x squared minus 2x minus 15 equals 0. So we need to remember the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is x equal to negative b plus and minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. And we need to remember the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, wherein the a is the numerical coefficient of x squared and b is the numerical coefficient of x and c is the constant. So we can now substitute the given numerical coefficients on the given quadratic formula. So we have x minus negative 2 plus and minus square root of 4 minus 4 times 1, since the numerical coefficient of x squared is 1, times negative 15 over 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So we have x equal to 2 plus and minus square root of 4 plus 60. Because negative 4 times 1 times negative 15 is positive 60 over 2. So that is equal to 2 plus and minus square root of 64 over 2. So the two values of x is equal to 2 plus and minus 8 over 2. So we have two solutions. We have x equal to 2 minus 2 over 2. So that is negative 6 over 2. So our first solution is negative 3. Second solution is 2 plus 8, and that is 10 divided by 2. So the second solution is 5. So the two solutions of this quadratic equation using the quadratic formula are x equal to positive 5 and x equal to negative 3. So let us have the last example. So we have 8x squared plus 2x minus 15 equals 0. So from the given quadratic equation, the value of a, b, and c, a is equal to 8, b is equal to 2, and c is equal to negative 15. So again, using the quadratic formula, x equal to negative b plus and minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, we can now substitute the given numerical coefficients of the quadratic equation. So we have negative 2 times 2 plus and minus square root of 2 squared, and that is 4, minus 4 times 8 times negative 15 over 2 times 8, and that is 16. So we have x equal to negative 2 plus and minus square root of 4 plus negative 4 times 8 times negative 15 is 480 over 16. So that is equal to negative 2 plus and minus square root of 484 over 16, and that is equal to negative 2 plus and minus 22 over 16. So again, we have two values of x. The first one is negative 2 plus 22 over 16, and that is equal to 20 over 16. Divide 20 and 16 by 4, we have 5 over 4. And that is the first solution of the given quadratic equation. The second is negative 2 minus 22 over 16. So that is equal to negative 24 over 16, and we can reduce this by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 8. So we have negative 3 over 2. And that is the second solution of this quadratic equation. So this is our topic about how to solve quadratic equations by factoring and by using the quadratic formula. So I hope you learned something from our discussion, and if you want more videos like this, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell below this video so that you will be updated with our future uploads in this channel. So that's all for now. Have a nice day, everyone.